Imagine living in the palace of a queen, where golden halls gleam in torchlight, where jewels sparkle brighter than the stars, where feasts spill with music and laughter. And yet, you are not seen. You are the shadow behind the throne. The girl who holds the queen's veil, who fetches her water, who hears the secrets whispered in the dark. You are the handmaiden, and your story will never be carved in stone. The palace wakes before dawn. Servants scurry through corridors, sweeping floors of marble, lighting braziers, carrying trays heavy with food. Soldiers shift in their armor, yawning as they take their posts. Musicians tune their instruments for the day ahead. But you, the handmaiden, are already at the queen's side. You dress her hair, weaving jewels through her braids. You lace her gown, your fingers trembling as silk slides through your hands. You fetch her mirror, polish her slippers, whisper comfort when her eyes flicker with fear before an audience. She is the queen, radiant in gold. You are the shadow, invisible in plain cloth, yet you see everything. You see her wipe away tears when no one is watching. You hear the arguments behind closed doors, the king's harsh words, the queen's trembling replies. You carry letters sealed with wax, their contents never spoken aloud. You know the names she whispers in her sleep. You know more than you should, and that knowledge is its own prison. At feasts, you stand behind her chair. The hall is a storm of noise, goblets clinking, laughter echoing, bards singing of glory, platters heavy with roasted meat, baskets spilling with fruit, pitchers of wine flowing like rivers. The queen smiles, her jewels glittering in torchlight. All eyes are on her, but none see you, though you are only a step away. You refill her cup, adjust her veil, bend close when she leans to whisper, "Not too much wine." You taste the food first, your lips brushing the edge of her cup. Because if it is poisoned, it will be you who dies, and no one will remember your name. At night, the palace grows quieter, but never silent. You sit by her chamber door, half asleep, listening to the creak of footsteps in corridors, the murmur of guards, the rustle of unseen movements. Sometimes a messenger slips through with a scroll hidden beneath his cloak. Sometimes the king himself storms in, his voice sharp as a blade. You bow your head, your heart racing. Though your ears catch every word, plots, secrets, betrayals, you know them all, and you carry them in silence. Because one whisper could mean your death. The queen trusts you. When she is sick, you hold her hand, wiping her brow with a damp cloth. When she is angry, you hide her broken goblets before the servants can gossip. When she weeps, you braid her hair tighter, so no one sees her sorrow. She leans on you more than she leans on her throne, but you are not her sister. Not her friend, not even her equal. You are her handmaiden, bound to her secrets. In the market, people speak of the queen's beauty, the king's power, the palace's grandeur. They do not speak of you. They do not know that it was your hands that laced her gown for her wedding, that it was your eyes that saw her trembling before her coronation, that it was your arms that held her when she collapsed in grief at the loss of a child. They will never know, because handmaidens are not remembered sometimes. You imagine a different life, one where you walk the market without eyes turning away, one where you wear silk for yourself, not only for another, one where your hands smell of bread and flowers, not of wax and cloths. But the thought is dangerous, because your life is not your own. It belongs to the queen, to the crown, to the silence you keep, and silence is heavy. Every secret you carry is a stone on your back. The whispers of betrayal, the tears of loneliness, the hidden letters that could topple a throne. You bury them deep, but they never vanish. They haunt you in the night, pressing on your chest, stealing your sleep. And you know one day, those secrets will be buried with you. The queen shines brighter with every passing day. Her gowns grow richer, her jewels heavier, her words more commanding. She sits taller on the throne, her smile polished like marble, but her shadow bends lower. Your back aches from endless bows. Your hands tremble from endless lacing. Your face grows pale from nights without rest. You fade. even as she glows. And when the nobles raise their goblets to toast the queen, they do not see you standing in the shadows, holding her secrets in silence. They will never see you. They never do. You are the queen's. Handmaiden, you are her veil, her whisper, her silence, and your secrets will be buried with you. The older you grow, the heavier the palace becomes. The halls echo with songs and speeches. But behind them lie whispers you cannot unhear. Betrayals, threats, forbidden names. You carry them all, like stones hidden in your apron. You are always silent. You must be silent, because a single word could end you. The queen trusts you with everything. She leans close when her voice trembles. She hides letters in your sleeve, ones you must never read, but you already know their weight. She grips your hand when the king's anger rages, her eyes begging you not to speak of it. You are her shadow, her shield, but shadows cannot shine, and shields always break. One night, you overhear too much. The council chamber is lit with torches, voices low and sharp. The king speaks of war, of betrayal in the court. The queen pleads caution, her voice breaking. You should not be there, but you are. Carrying wine, clearing cups, unseen as always. Then you hear a name that should never have passed your ears. Your blood runs cold. You bow lower, pretending deafness, pretending blindness. But inside, fear claws at you, because you know, knowing too much is a death sentence. Days turn darker. The queen paces her chamber, her hands restless. She whispers plans, desperate prayers, names you cannot forget. You help her dress, comb her hair, fasten her jewels, but her eyes flicker with fear, and you know, if she falls, you will fall with her, because you are her silence. And silence always dies with its keeper. At feasts, you taste her food more carefully. You watch the cups more closely. Each goblet feels like a trap, each platter like a blade. Your stomach knots with every sip. If poison is meant for her, it will be your tongue that burns. No one applauds the handmaiden who swallows death first. No one even notices. The whispers spread. Some say the queen is plotting against the king. Some say she has taken lovers. Some say she holds secrets that could topple the crown. And behind every whisper, your name is not spoken, but your shadow is there. Because if she knows, you must know. And if you know you are dangerous, you try to bury it all. But at night, sleep will not come. You hear the secrets pounding in your head like drums. You wake with your hands shaking, your chest tight, your breath shallow. The palace is too heavy now. The walls press in. The marble floors echo with silence. With fear you are drowning in secrets, and no one sees you sinking. The queen grows weaker. Her beauty fades. Her eyes hollow, her voice soft. She clings to you more than ever, whispering, "Do not leave me. You are the only one I can trust." You want to believe her, but you know the truth. When her crown slips, it will crush you too. One night, the guards come. They march through the corridors, armor clanging, torches blazing. Their boots thunder on the marble floors. They do not knock. They storm in. The queen rises, trembling, her crown slipping from her head. You clutch her veil. Frozen, the captain's voice cuts the air. By order of the king, the queen is confined. Her face pales. She turns to you, her eyes desperate. "Stay with me," she whispers, but they drag her away, and you are left alone. Her secrets burning in your chest. The days after are colder than winter. The palace grows silent. The queen's chamber is empty, her laughter gone. You still walk the corridors, but you are a shadow without a figure too. Follow, and shadows without light soon vanish. The whispers turn to accusations. She knew too much. She carried the queen's letters. She heard the council's secrets. Your name is spoken now, but not as a person. As a threat, the guards come again, this time for you. They do not call you by name. They call you the handmaiden. They do not accuse you of words. They accuse you of silence. Because silence, in a palace of lies, is more dangerous than speech. Your cell is dark, damp, cold. The air reeks of rot. Your hands are bound, your body weak. You think of the queen alone in her chamber, stripped of her crown, her throne replaced by stone walls. You think of the secrets you carried for her, the secrets that are now your chains, and you know you will not leave this place alive. The day comes quietly. No trial, no feast, no final prayer. They drag you out before dawn, when the city still sleeps. The torches flicker in the mist. Your bare feet scrape the stones. You think of the queen's veil, the silk you once touched, the jewels you once held. And now you are nothing. A shadow without a light. They bury you outside the walls. No stone marks your grave. No priest speaks your name. No one remembers the handmaiden. The secrets die with you, buried in silence. The palace lives on. The halls gleam. The feasts continue. The poets sing of the queen's grace, the king's power, the empire's glory. But they do not sing of the girl who carried whispers in silence. They do not remember the handmaiden who died with her, queen's secrets in her chest. You are the queen's. Handmaiden, you lived in her shadow. You died in her silence, and your story was buried with you. Imagine living in the heart of power, hearing every secret, carrying every whisper, but never having a name of your own. Would you have spoken the truth, or carried the silence to your grave? For more untold lives and hidden histories, subscribe to Refound Legacy.